Hey guys, this is Malvar TC1. I'm working my way through Chapter 3 of Mobius Final Fantasy. I'm going to the Fire Palisade towards the Fire Command Post, and once I do that, I'll be going around the building and taking care of that, just like it tells me to do in the storyline. You know, just working my way around these castles. I already finished the Windkeep, if you were able to check out that video, and talking about, along the way, about hackers and cheaters and my total despisement of those kinds of people. Let's get this on auto so I can have this going on while I talk. Today I want to talk a little bit about the upcoming new game for the PS4 called World of Final Fantasy. It's kind of one of those chibi, cutesy Final Fantasy games, kind of like Final Fantasy Explorers, where you go around and you perform adventures, etc., etc. Only World of Final Fantasy more or less takes the characters you're familiar with throughout the Final Fantasy games and puts them in a world where they're together, kind of like Final Fantasy Brave Exvius or Final Fantasy Record Keeper. Kind of just brings them together, and you use them to finish these adventures and fight bosses, etc., etc. Only it's got 3D graphics, you know, so it's not Brave Exvius or Record Keeper where it's all side-scrolling, and every character is allotted to you through the game without having to spend extra money. There might be DLC for it later, which is a possibility, but you do get like Sephiroth and stuff, which is a DLC for free if you pre-order the game. I'm going to be playing that when it comes out, October 23rd? I want to say 23rd, 24th, 25th, one of those days. And when I play it on the PS4, I'm going to be recording it so you guys can see the storyline there. By that time, I'm going to see if I can have like some sort of headset to be able to, comment on it and do a commentary and do a live stream, possibly even as well. That'll be around, like I said, October 23rd or 24th. I can't remember the exact day it comes out, but when it does, I'll be doing that. So you guys can check out my channel then, my YouTube channel, and it'll probably link you to my Twitch that I'm live streaming at that time. If you guys are interested in World of Final Fantasy and seeing how that game goes, and want to hear me live and ask me questions live, whether about my channel and the direction that it's going, or about just everyday stuff, you know. I don't really talk too much about, like, myself, I guess, too much. Well, I guess I do, but it's usually on topic. I may not have become the Warrior of Light, but that doesn't mean I won't fight. I don't care how strong the enemy is, or how many of them there are. I will fight chaos until my last breath. If that's what you want, I won't stop you, but why tell me? Because you still have a chance of becoming the Warrior of Light. But know that even if you fail, the rest of us will still fight chaos, even if it kills us. Well, they're pretty brave. Stupid, but brave. So let's move forward to the command post, Fire Command Post. And I'm just grabbing just random people to join me in this attack. Oh, where was I at? Oh, yes, so I do talk about myself sometimes, what's going on in my life. I recently mentioned I'm working at Facebook now. It's pretty awesome. I love it. Great job. And I'm getting to try out some really cool things. Can't really talk about, but if you want to see maybe the future of the division I'm in, which is Oculus, go see the OC3 keynote that was broadcasted on Twitch. That was the most recent update in live news, and you can check out what Facebook is doing for the future of Oculus. And that was a live stream to the public, so that's something you could check out if you wanted. For the most part, that is the direction that Oculus is going. If you check that out, you'll be able to see where it's going, and I can't give details of what I'm doing, but, you know, it is pretty amazing, and I can tell you that much. The future of VR is incredible, and I'm glad to be a part of it. Talking about VR, the PSVR comes out October 13th? If I'm correct on that, October 13th. I'm not going to get it, personally, until, like, there's probably a lot larger library for it. I think there's, like, 4, maybe 3 major titles that will apply to it. All the other ones are all side games, right? Side games that will be for probably the next 6 months to a year, right? The major titles that are going to be using the PSVR, at least for portions of the game and not in its entirety, will be Final Fantasy 15. You'll be able to do a shooting mode in Final Fantasy 15. If I had the money, like if I just had tons of money to blow, I would do that just for Final Fantasy 15 shooting mode. That would be pretty awesome to do in the PSVR. But that's the only one that really appeals to me. I mean, there's Persona 5 as well, and I think there's a mode that goes into VR, but it's not anything that interests me. And I think there's one other major title. Welcome to the Fire Warden, Malabar TC1. Yeah. Yes, I was told to come here too, to help us and get your mark. What do you need to do? Oh, this is going to be good. There's a flight of dragons that's been in pain, and they've been a pain to deal with. I want you to get rid of them for us. If you're who you say you are, it will be easy. It will be easy, right? Right, off we go. I guess I'll be going dragon hunt then. Yeah, I guess so. Trial fire. Defeat the dragons that lurk in the areas around Ifrit's wall in the fire ward. Sounds good. Let's take care of dragons. There be dragons. Fire levy. Ifrit's wall. Fire ambush point. Fire camp. Now, I'm sure you all can read. I don't know why I'm reading it out loud. I just do it because, hey, why not? And there we go. That's where I need to go. I guess I'm going to have to do a little bit of levels before then. And talk a little bit about more what I was talking about before. The major titles for the PSVR, like I said again, are all just kind of like side things to the game. I don't think it really enhances the experience as much just as novel. And I think that's the wrong direction they're going with the PSVR. If they want to appeal to gamers, and in a large way, they need to make full-on VR games that will totally immerse you in the experience. And there are games out there right now for the Oculus Rift that do that. And I have the Oculus Gear VR. And there are games that are full VR that totally immerse you in the experience. And I love those games. Those games are fantastic. Right now, there's one called Dread Halls. It's a short game, but you feel like you're really in an underground, like, horror cavern thing. It's really intense. And another game that fully immerses you in VR with the Oculus Rift, Alien Isolation. That game was full VR. And, I mean, you could play it without the VR, but that game was specifically designed to be a VR experience, which, when I played it at E3 2013, when it was first, like, being, like, demoed in the VR and stuff like that, I was blown away by how realistic it was. And to be where I am now and seeing where the Oculus Rift is going, I tried to follow, I'll get back to that in a second. I tried to follow the prophecy's path once. I didn't last a week. But now, sometimes, I wonder if I did the right thing. Why don't you try again? Nah, I gave up that years ago. I'm not some starry-eyed child dreaming of becoming a legendary hero anymore. Okay, good for you, sir. Like I said, where VR is going right now, it's really the future, and these companies like PlayStation with the PlayStation VR need to realize that they need to make some fully immersive games in order to really have it pick off. The thing is, when I was asking some GameStop people like about pre-orders for the PSVR, because I noticed online that there's no more pre-orders available, I was like within a short amount of time, and I was like, wow, that went more quick than expected if this is going to be so huge. And I was talking to somebody at GameStop, and like, yeah, we were only allowed to do like 2 or 3 pre-orders. Like, it was like they don't have a large factory output right now, right? They don't have a lot coming out. And if they're going to want to hit the Christmas season, like the holiday season, with a boost in numbers, because that's the only time to do it is right now, they're going to have to pump some more out, and they're going to have to allow people to pre-order these things. And if they're not doing that, then I don't see it being a huge success, and a lot of developers putting a lot of time and effort into this system. And I want to call it a system because the PSVR is really much more than an upgrade, just like the Oculus Rift is much more than an upgrade. I think it's a full-on system if they take advantage of that, and they take advantage of it being an immersive experience, a full game system. But if they don't do that and they just make it a sideshow, it's going to become the next Kinect for them. And there'll be other VR companies that'll take their place. Right now, the HTC Vive, I think is the other thing, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, just like Oculus is. They're pushing for immersive experiences. They're pushing for making it much more than a sideshow. And I think that's the way it needs to go. And PSVR, it's great. I mean, I loved it when it was Project Morpheus, and I got to try it out, and I was impressed. But they're not pushing it. They're not pushing it like they need to. And I think all the companies that are doing virtual reality right now need to push it to its next level. Because if they don't, then they're going to miss out, and there won't be as big of a push from developers to make quality content for these systems. And I think every virtual reality company needs to work together to try to put their best output, and may the best one win. And I'm putting my money right now on Oculus Rift, just because I'm in the company and I'm able to see where it's going. That's where I'm putting my efforts and stuff like that. But that's not to say that the other ones can't do well, or at least compete. Kind of like Xbox and PlayStation compete with each other. And Wii is kind of like on a sideshow right now. But whereas on the other hand, Nintendo... Oh, hey you, where are you going? I was asked to go kill some dragons. The captain put you up to this, didn't he? Gods, he can never get his priorities straight. Priorities? Yeah, there's a conflagration of bombs nearby. They need to be stopped before they join up with the dragons. The road's closed until the bombs are dealt with. So I have a proposal. If you help us with the bombs, I'll let you get through. If you're going to fight the dragons anyways, right? What's an extra bomb or two? Just bring me some bomb fragments so I know you held up your end of the deal. Obtain bomb fragments by defeating the bombs near the fire command post to gain access to the new areas. Wow.
Is it me, or are you being made to clean up all these bombs?
Well, the captain and his men don't seem to mind asking favors.
You know, you really should be a little more careful. If you just stand there and nod your head and go along with whatever pushy people say, you're gonna get yourself used up and thrown out.
I know how to say no. And I will when I wish. I'm not nice enough to take on tasks I don't want to do.
Right. I forgot what a mean and terrible person you were. That must be why whenever pushy people ask you to do something, you think, why won't they just shut up? Or, if I take care of this quick, maybe they'll just leave me alone. And that's why you end up listening to them. Well, did I hit the nail on the head?
Maybe. I think you might be right. After all, I'm listening to you now, aren't I?
I see what you did there.
Clever girl.
Clever girl. Jurassic Park. Let's see, where are we going right now? Fire tower. I gotta go fight some bombs. Oh goodness. A ton of bombs. Oh gosh, I'm not gonna make you guys sit through watching me fight bombs. I'm gonna make another video for the fire walls and stuff after I collect these bomb fragments and move forward. But yeah, just talking again, just to finish right up. I'll just move right along and I'll finish it up probably. But just to finish my train of thought, where I was with the Oculus Rift, I was more or less just talking about the future of it, right? And the Nintendo, for example, became like a sideshow with the Wii and the Wii U. They were successful because of the little gimmicks that were with them, but not as much as they could have been. And they're not a huge competition against Xbox and PlayStation. And whereas on the other hand, they do listen to their fans for handhelds, and they're way ahead of the market in handhelds. So I guess you just pick your battles, right? And I don't think PlayStation's doing a really good job at picking their battle right now with the PSVR. They're making it a sideshow. They're making the next Kinect. And I don't like that. But I think it has potential, and I'm going to wait it out and see how well it does, and see if big developers start pushing for major titles on it. Because they're going to need some third-party developers to work with it, unless they start hammering out some major games. Because they've only got a few. They've only got a small list. And that's how it was for Kinect as well. It's a small list. And it never quite grew from there. Whereas Oculus has a huge list right now. And it's growing because developers are making stuff for it. So we'll just see where that goes. And hopefully, you know, it's a good future for the PSVR. I really hope it is. But like I said, my money's on Oculus right now. Okay, let's finish up this bomb, and I'll finish the video right there. Let's see what it looks like once we get a bomb fragment, if it comes as a card or if it comes as an item. It probably looks like it comes as an item. Nothing popped up card-wise. Lesser firebomb. There we go. We got some bomb fragment, bomb fragment, bomb fragment. Wow, so 5 bomb fragments from that. Was that more than enough to open the path? How many do I need? Better not be like 50 or something crazy. 30? Holy crap. Yeah, I'll come back to that later. This has been MalvarTC1. Please like and subscribe.